Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Detroit Lions. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd. Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback, who was the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner, as most of you know, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, coach. I thought the ratio was if you got the 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 4 catches, 51 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they like his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Mayfield. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Eckler busts through the tackle. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. To throw. Line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Tavecchio puts this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And there's no substitute for experience in this league, and what it usually leads to, a whole lot of confidence. Andy Dalton is sharp with where to go with the football now. I think he sees reads before they actually even happen. He can sense them now, and he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Here's Dalton. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Dalton off play action.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Well, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. And Dalton to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing, Dalton. And that's complete to Jesse James. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense. And guys want to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Brashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And that is caught for the 2. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. It fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Mayfield now. He'll get this to Eckler. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
Nope.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield to the right side to Eric Ebron. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Here's Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Dalton marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Dalton. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. On second and a yard, Dalton. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. James White with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more. But as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calais Campbell on the stop. It's Eckler again. Fighting through. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Andy Dalton now, 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. On 2nd and 7, Dalton. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
That one goes for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Dalton now to pass. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Samuels. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
4th down, Dalton wants to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down. Big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Mason Foster coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal, a great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go meet.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Reynolds with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A throw taken in by Hamilton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And again, it's Mayfield. Ebron with it over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eli Rogers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Oh, passing it. Dalton. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So now Dalton. And this one complete to Smith. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, he's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Passing, it's Dalton. It's caught, Smith. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Toss play for Samuels. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jalen Samuels, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead him up to go for 2. And Dalton to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now come the Lions. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? and the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. Better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Chicago, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look